Hospital, yes.
And in that clinic there, she was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City, where she's been in a coma, medically induced coma, since then. And they had to make the decision on whether they were going to take her off the machines.
And that was one of the big things that the story coming out this weekend was, would Melissa, her daughter, you know, her only child, have to make the decision to take her off of life support? She was 81 years old. She really, probably one of the most groundbreaking women in this industry for what she's done. A comedian who has the work ethic probably of no one we have ever seen before.
81 years old, and she just performed the night
before the surgery.
And joked about it.
About getting old and how it was not easy, and basically it was kind of the pits. You know.
And she, in fact, I think she said, hey, I'm 81 years old, I could go at any moment.
Yeah.
Comically,
of course.
I'm just thinking a lot about Joan Rivers through the years, and I think if it's okay, we'll take a couple of minutes to talk about her. She was very much a breakthrough. There, been some successful women comedians in the past, but not many. And
to have the length of a career.
And to have this kind of career and starting as a kind of cabaret player and comedy player in New York, Johnny Carson putting her on The Tonight Show, where she became really famous. And then famously when she did the first show on this Fox network.
And the falling out.
The falling out with Johnny Carson.
Because
she didn't tell him she was going to do it. And that show lasted a while, and then she had the daytime shows and all those things. But no matter what was going on, she had the ability to say something that got the public's attention. A lot of people were very unhappy and angry with her. A lot of us found her hysterically funny. Of course, she's been with us so many times through the years.
Probably one of the biggest thrills, for me, because you grow up and you see someone like that and you wonder what they really will be like. And when she came in studio, she was as on as any person ever was. She was charming, she was kind, she was very funny, always so sharp. If you watched the documentary about her, you know what her work ethic was like. This is a woman who could not sit still. If she saw, what was it, the white space
on her calendar.
She had to fill up any open spot.
I'll give you another insight to Joan Rivers. Through the years, how many times I've had interviewed her?
I can't even imagine,
Steve, whatever. Invariably, Joan Rivers would say to me, Steve, listen, here are 5 things I want you to say.
I can hear her raspy voice.
5 things that I want you to say.
Right.
Say this, and I say, no.
You mean her jumping off points then?
Yeah, and I would say, Joan, we'll get to them. And I swear to you, almost every single time, we never got to them. Because something would happen, she'd go on a roll, and we'd never get, but she was nervous enough, anxious enough to want to feel like she had a crutch going in after all those years. That was the level of both a little bit of insecurity and professionalism put together.
Oh, look at
and
her.
there she is with Johnny back then.
Vintage video. My heart goes out to Melissa and to her grandson. They live together.
They live together,
here.
On camera, off camera.
Oh, yes.
And the Fashion Police, they had put the tapings on hold because of this, of course.